Hello and welcome. I'm Annette Reeder from thebiblicalnutritionist.com, and today it's time for another grocery discovery. And this is a food that covers all health challenges, all ages, infertility to cancer. This is the answer, and I'm excited to share it with you today. So thanks for letting me share with you God's recipe for excellent health. We're going to go inside, check out what this food is that answers every health challenge you may have. And I'm going to take you back home to my house in the kitchen and share with you how you can whip it up for a nice dish tonight for dinner. Well, as we look at this beautiful display of vegetables, you have to wonder, what is the vegetable we're talking about today? Because so many of these can fit the answer that I just shared between cancer and infertility. In fact, all of these will have an impact on your health in a good way. Definitely the broccoli, you've got the collards, and we are going to end up right here on the Napa cabbage. What you may not understand is Napa cabbage is so good for preventing of cancer, specifically the prostate, the colorectal, and lung cancers. But it also has the indoles, which deactivate estrone, which is a dangerous form of estrogen that contributes to breast cancer. So right away, we see that this cabbage is highly protective in your body against many different types of cancers. If that's not reason enough for you to enjoy this today, then okay, let me see if I can share some more information for you. Cabbages are loaded with vitamin C. Now, you've heard about vitamin C your entire life, but vitamin C and the other vitamins that are in this cabbage actually help you to have beautiful skin, shiny hair, collagen, and we all need collagen materials so that we can have strong joints and beautiful skin and tight skin and toned body. All of that comes from the collagen, but you have to have vitamin C to build collagen, and this cabbage is loaded with vitamin C. Now, my favorite reason for sharing with you cabbages is because it's part of the cruciferous family, and cruciferous is that one nutrient that just has God's mark of the cross on top of it that just blesses my soul. But also because my co-author, Dr. Cooey, he keeps reminding me, Annette, make sure they're eating 1 cup of raw cruciferous every day. The health benefits by preventing cardiovascular disease, by preventing birth defects because of the folate and the other nutrients that are in it, combine that with the cruciferous, the indoles and the glucosinolates and all of the other nutrients that are in this are so beneficial for, I've already shared with you, preventing cancer, but also I'm teaching more and more in conferences about infertility. We have to have cruciferous if you want to overcome infertility. We have to eat real food, and this is totally real food. And so eating the Napa cabbage is going to help you in every area of your life, your hormones, your bloodstream, your lymphatic system, your digestive system. It helps to heal it all. So don't skimp on your cruciferous. 1 cup raw every day, chop it up, throw it in your salad. 1 cup's really not that much. Once you measure it out, you're like, oh, this sounded more difficult than it really is. It's very simple. So grab some Napa cabbage. They're having a great sale on it here. But in Virginia, we're coming into the growing season, so many of you can grow this. Even if all you have is a flower pot, you can grow Napa cabbage. Now, one other nutrient I wanted to talk about is just the phytonutrients. It actually helps the liver to remove toxins, which is also going to relate to removing and lessening arthritis and eye disease. Now, cabbage is known to have another nutrient that has remarkable success in healing stomach ulcers and duodenal ulcers. So, is there any reason not to eat this vegetable? Well, I say no. All of these cruciferous vegetables that they have here, the bok choy, the collards, the kale, the broccoli, the broccolini, the Brussels sprouts, the cauliflower, all of these foods are perfect for you to add in your diet. So could you add just 1 cup raw in a nice salad every day? I believe you can. Well, now that we're back in my kitchen, I am going to be using the Healthy Treasures cookbook. I hope you already have your copy of this. I'm working on page 159. Now, in the cookbook, there is white space, and I love white space because that gives me an opportunity to write down notes like so-and-so really loved this, Stacy loved it, Brent did not, my kids loved it, grandkids did. Or I also want to put down alterations because I'm always changing my recipes. So grab your cookbook. We're cooking on page 159. This is the Napa Mandarin salad. Now, if I were to chop up the entire Napa cabbage, it's a huge salad. So for just my husband and I, I'm only doing half of the cabbage. So go ahead and chop up your cabbage. It says in the cookbook to tear it, but to be quite honest, you'd be there all day tearing up the Napa cabbage. You can definitely do it by hand, but you can also just go ahead and chop it up. I'm going to put this in my big bowl, and I'm going to go ahead and add in my green onions. So I'm just using one bunch of green onions today. I'm going to put that in there. And I love to have fun, so I always use my Fisky. And you would think that this doesn't really do anything, but these onions are going to start flavoring cabbage. And so then we're just going to set this aside in the refrigerator. You can wrap it up if you want, depending on how long you're going to leave it in there. We'll put this in the refrigerator while we work on the dressing, and that is so delicious. You're going to love it. Now, to start the dressing, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to turn my stove on. We're going to add our olive oil, which is just basically 1/8 of a cup. To this, we're going to add our apple cider vinegar, again, 1/8 of a cup, and our Bragg's liquid aminos, similar amount, around 1/8 of a cup. Next, we're going to go ahead and add in some sucanat. In the front of the cookbook, I explain the different sweeteners and the value of each one. Similar to Redmond's real salt, sucanat still has a lot of the minerals included in the sugar cane. Oh, it's totally processed, but if you can get a good quality sucanat, you're going to have a better quality sweetener. And then we don't need sweetener every day of our life, but for special occasions, and this is going to be a salad definitely for special occasions. So we're going to cook this, bring it to a boil, and let it boil for 1 minute, and then we'll remove it and let it cool. So you can see I have it boiling. We're going to let it boil for 1 minute. I'm going to constantly stir it. It's going to reduce it to a degree, and that's where we're going to get that condensed flavor. Now I poured out the dressing. I have it cooling right over here just on the side. Now I'm going to use the same skillet. I'm not going to clean it. I'm just going to go ahead and use it as is. And I'm going to stir fry. I'm going to use this butter that I have. This is a raw butter. I'm so excited that I was able to get this from a farmer's market. And I'm going to get this to melt. And then we're going to add in our almonds and a couple other ingredients just to get that kind of a stir fry effect. I don't want my heat too high. I don't want to scorch my butter. So I'm going to be adding in the almonds. And that is 1.5 cups of almonds. I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of sesame seeds. And I'm going to be adding 1 cup of chow mein noodles. It's actually very hard to find organic chow mein noodles, but it is very possible. And I'm just going to lightly toast these in the butter. When you start to see a light browning effect, then you know they're good, and then we'll set them aside to cool. Not your average salad, but your family, I know they're so going to love it. Now that these are lightly toasted, I'm going to go ahead and put them in a dish and let them cool for our salad. Well, now it's time to put this salad together. I went ahead and chilled the different parts of the salad dressing. So we have the oil and the vinegar, and yeah, I definitely chilled it. So it's a little bit on the thick side, but my Fisky is going to totally get that out. And then when I showed you, I stir-fried the almonds and the chow mein noodles along with the sesame seeds. I did not put all of that butter in here. I just took the I just took the products out and then just put them, and it kind of came into a chunk. So now I'm just going to toss this in the salad dressing. There we go. I'm going to put this on our salad. It smells so good. And even though it's coated on the toppings with the chow mein noodles and the almonds and the sesame seeds, it is still going to totally coat the salad. Just going to mix that up really well before I add the other ingredients. Now we're going to take the other ingredients. Typically I use snow peas, but they did not have any in the grocery store, so I just quickly cooked some freshly picked peas, straight from the garden. I'm going to be adding some chopped red pepper. If it's a large red pepper, I only used a half, but I love red peppers, so the whole red pepper would have been good too. And then I'm using about a cup of chopped water chestnuts. So you can tell we're going to have just quite a variety of flavors and textures and colors, which is going to make this the most beautiful salad ever and satisfying. We totally want to be satisfied in the good things that God has given us, and this salad is not going to disappoint. Now that I have these mixed up, I'm going to pour this on our salad. Yeah, the snow peas would have been kind of a unique addition, but they need to be in season. And then we're going to add some mandarin oranges. So there you can see our salad, how beautiful it is. As my guests arrive, which tonight is just my husband, then I'll stir it up a little bit more to toss everything together. But right now, just for presentation, it would be beautiful just to serve it just like this. Well, I hope you enjoy this salad as much as I do. It is totally one of my favorites. But remember, this Napa cabbage, it's so good for your heart, for your hormones, for your stomach, for your gallbladder, for your liver, for your every part of your body, your skin, your youthfulness, your longevity, for infertility. It's good for everyone in the family. And so don't run away from it. Make sure you grab some today. Make sure you put together a beautiful salad for your family to enjoy. And I can't wait to read your comments about this salad. Remember, this is the Napa Mandarin salad out of my cookbook, the Healthy Treasures cookbook. And the cookbook is, my husband said, I'll eat healthy if it tastes good. So I needed recipes. So these are a collection of recipes from everyone who has gone through the Treasures of Healthy Living Bible Study. Well, not everyone, but in my early years when that's what I did, I taught this through churches all around the country. And so it's a collection of all those recipes. It gives you how-tos, DIYs, and how you can just feed your family well and let it taste good. So make sure you get your copy of that cookbook and definitely try out this salad. I can't wait to read your comments. This is going to be so good. Thanks for letting me share with you God's recipe for excellent health. And it always includes the number one ingredient, that God loves you. And I want you to be confident in understanding that love. I'll put a link to one of the pages on my website where I teach you about God's love. But the other ingredients are how to be confident in the kitchen. And that includes this recipe. And number 3, how to be confident with your health. And that includes this recipe. Well, I pray you have an amazing Amen day. And until next time, enjoy your salad.